Hey guys, Tyler here. I am just north of Peterborough. I've been scouting the land here, this crown land, for a good spot to do my first guided culinary hike. I have a tarp set up over the camera. It's raining, freezing rain and rain. It's supposed to get snow, but it's plus 2 degrees, so it's kind of up in the air whether that'll happen or not. The end of the winter here, a lot of this is going to melt, so I'm not going to dig it out too much because probably the next 2 weeks it won't be here anymore anyways. When I was scouting, I was kind of looking for 4 trees, nice big sturdy trees, in somewhat of a perfect rectangle, and I found a pretty nice opening between two hills that's opened up a little bit, so we got a good light, because I'm going to be doing a lot of filming down here as well, so I want a good amount of natural light, so I don't want to be too dense of a forest. And there's lots of downed trees here that I'm going to be able to use for a bit of a structure as well. I don't want to cut any live trees down to build this structure, and I want to use very little paracord. I'm not going to leave the structure permanently. I will take it down once I'm finished with it, but I do want to build a little area that I can take people, cook them outdoor meals, and just breathe in the nice natural air. I'm still playing around with this Canon DSLR, so some scenes might be out of focus, but I'm doing my best to figure it out. I've got the GoPro working today, so I'm going to do some split shooting between the Canon and the GoPro. So I'm just going to dig out a little area here, build a fire pit because I am going to make lunch today, and I'm going to get some wood, bring some wood here, and see if I can get a bit of a frame started for this structure. All my equipment now is under the tarp and dry, so I don't have to worry about that too much, but I am going to get a good fire going so I can warm up as well. Looking for some firewood. Everything's kind of wet on the outside right now because it's raining, but I want something off the ground and dead. Let's take a quick look up in here. Stuff hanging in trees is always a good start. Trees like this, it's nice and dry, and it is obviously dead. Don't leave anything sitting in the snow or you won't find it. Bad habit I have. Drag this down to the fire area, and I'll buck it up in a bit. Oop. One thing I don't like about the Silky Saw is how flimsy it is. It's a good size log. I'm going to do some measuring because I'm going to use some of these for cross beams. So I'm not going to do anything with this yet. But I'm going to bring this back for some firewood. Really nice dry pieces of red pine. and gonna buck them up and make some nice firewood, and then I just have to go get some kindling. I grabbed a piece of birch bark on my way in, so I have fire starter. I just need some kindling. I just shoveled out a pit here, fire pit. So just gonna buck these up. They're nice and dry, so they should split quite easily. It's not the best firewood. It's pretty burns pretty quick, but I'm just making cooking fires, so for now at least. So it'll do the job for now. Wow, that's crazy. Never seen that before. I just cut the inside rings almost perfectly out of this tree. It's like as smooth as a dowel. I'm gonna keep that, put it in my bag. That's cool. I've never seen that before. Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't burn the longest, but it burns pretty hot. Just gonna start a pile underneath the tarp here. I'm gonna get some cedar boughs and bough up whatever I have left over for next time I come out. If I do have any left over, this wood's really nice and dry. And the rest of the tree I'm going to use, I think I can get 2 support poles for my structure that I want to build. So, win-win. I might even leave 2 of these logs to make a bench, depending on how much firewood I need. Today I'm not going to split it all, just split half of this for now. Hear the ravens coming, chirping. This piece got a bit of rot on it. I'll put it to the side for now. It's not too bad. It might not even be rot. It might be just, looks like maybe where ants or something got in. This is the awkward piece because it's the piece I axed off the stump, so it's not flat on the bottom. But there's enough snow. Yeah, this piece has some fun bug activity or something going on. Ants or termites. Oh, it's quite hard in the center though. Almost. Beautiful. Some good kindling. Oh, maybe that's a squirrel's nest right there. I wonder if that was built before or after the tree fell. Either way, I'm not going to disturb it. I'm just going to grab some kindling from underneath here. Should be able to find some dry kindling, or dry-ish kindling in here. I'm in the wet, in the rain. It's okay, let's see if I can get a fire going here. I'm gonna get some of the water off my tarp here, hopefully not into the fire or on my chair. I'll go back with it. Over there, perfect. Okay, fire looks like that's gonna take. Stoked about that. I got a cool new piece of kit from Wild Rock this morning that I'm super stoked about. I think that I'm learning a lot more about cooking over fire than I ever have, and I thought I knew quite a bit. But one thing that I've been not able to do as well as I want to be able to do is just balance more than one pot or pan. And I know I can put logs together, and it definitely does help, but this is gonna be huge. I forget what it's called. The Bitty Big Q. The Bitty Big Q. Comes in a nice canvas bag there. That's it. It probably weighs about 2 pounds, so it isn't the lightest thing, but like that is a packable grill grate. It unfolds like this, like that, and then it unfolds like that, and then it's got 3 legs on either side. I think that is cool. Wild Rock, and super packable, super sturdy. Like I think I could put a 6 or 7 liter pot of water on this no problem and not get nervous. It is that's it there, completely unfolded. You can also put it back in at this point too, so if you only have a little narrow spot to cook on, do that. You also don't have to have all the legs out. So if you have a rock in your pit on one side, you can have 3 legs all the way out and 1 leg in more. I think this thing's wicked awesome, and I'm super stoked to use it. Also, sometimes I like to set it up, or I'm gonna like to set it up probably on a bit of an angle like this, so that I can have my hot grilling station here, but I could have that, like you could even angle it like that, have your steak, the steak will rest there, no problem, and then have your pot of boiling water here for your tea or your mashed potatoes or your pan cooking your stuff. So super stoked about that. I'm gonna test it out today. It also came with a scraper, little metal scraper. Maybe that doesn't focus, that's fine. It's a little metal scraper, and it fits perfectly in between the grills. So if you do use it, you want to pack it away and get the food off it or the soot off of it, you've got that tool. Again, it weighs about 2 pounds, probably maybe 1.5 pounds. But for me, I'd rather take 1.5 pounds weight and have that every time than not have anything to cook on at all. I'm gonna make lunch. Now, what did I bring for lunch? I have some black pearl oyster mushrooms. Beauty. I have some onion, asparagus, and I have a ribeye. Oh man, I love this grate. The Bitty Q, or whatever it's called. It's kind of a funny name. Okay. Lots of stuff. Got the pan. I am going to start with cutting up some stuff. I got my Pallas Tamagami. Knife, which I thoroughly enjoyed using. I put my tea off to the side to start cool down a bit, and I'm gonna put my steak on the grill just to start to warm up. I keep all my Ziploc bags for all my garbage that I needed to take out. Just gonna cut on my leg here. Is probably some sort of no-no, but I'm pretty confident with my cutting skills to not put my knife in my leg. Draw this closer. And I can stoke that up a little bit too if I want. Obviously, the cooler flame you have, the less flame, the more hot ash you have underneath, or hot coals you have underneath your flame or your cooking grate, the better. You're just going to be able to control the heat a lot bit more. Don't get that burn. This steak is just going to hang out on the grill here, get a little bit smoked. Nice big ribeye. My leather gloves. Look at my glove. Like I said, the red pine burns relatively quick, but I'm not going to be here for too long, so it's not really that huge of a deal. It does make a nice hot fire. A little bit smoky, but it's not a huge deal. Got this beautiful spoon that my friend Radek made. It's amazing. Amazing carving skills. Blow my mind. Some of my tea here. It's so perfect. Take some Instagram stuff with my phone, just for Cassie. Okay, that's looking good. Fire is nice and warm. Steak is getting smoky. Steak I've started cooking now. Not necessarily on purpose. A log has lit sort of under it. But it's getting time for that anyways. My potatoes look tender, which they are. Time to take up my meal. I have enough here that I can bring some leftovers home for Cass. I'm sure she'll greatly appreciate that. She's such a superhero. Letting me do all these things and follow some of my passions.
very grateful. I'll let this grate cool down so I can pack it away. And I'm going to get my fire a little bit closer. I'm going to slice my steak up a little bit here. I let it rest out a little bit. Okay. See if I can get this. It's very dark because I'm under the tarp, because it's very gross out. Oh, there you go. Nope. Either way, it's delicious.
Okay, so my hand's getting a bit cold. Fire's dying down. The snow is picking up. I don't know if you can see the snow. Can you see the snow? Can you see the snow? I don't know if you can see the snow. Either way, it's snowing. And I am going to, well, I'm mostly packed up now. I just need to take the tarp down, but I need to take the camera down, take the tarp down. So, this is goodbye. Thanks for watching. And I'm excited to come back to this spot and start building. I just need to do some more research on some knots. Because I want this to last, hopefully at least the spring. And then come and take it down. But I want it to be safe, and I want it to be sturdy. So I want to just do a couple learnings on some knots, and I will come back when the weather's not as crazy. I finished my lunch. It was delicious, and I'm excited to cook for you guys out here. So yeah, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and keep up with what we're doing and learning and practicing, and yeah, it should be fun.